have SBI Focus, Kotak Emerging Equity, DSP, Small Cap, ICICI Pru, Nasdaq in your portfolio. You also have Nippon India Nifty 50 Value 20 Index Fund. And you want a mid-cap category fund, and you're also looking at a lump sum investment of 1 lakh, and the duration would be for 18 years. And
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
the
ma'am.
SIP that you're doing right now is for 20 years. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So, any specific corpus that you're looking at?
I'm corpus. I'm not looking, but I want just to invest. Okay. And most
You just
priority
want to
question
invest right now.
is
Okay.
yes, ma'am. My first priority, very important priority for this question, ma'am. I want to invest lump sum in mid cap. So I want to invest and forget it. Okay, ma'am. Just invest it and forget it. So please suggest me
Got
one
it.
mid cap in which I will invest 1 lakh rupees at staggered
Got
way
it.
or in a horizon of
Sure.
1 year. But please suggest me one mid cap in which I have to suggest 1 lakh rupees, and kindly consider my portfolio allocation. What is which I have
Sure.
sent to you.
Sure. 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 All right, Varun. We've got your question. Amol?
Varun, first of all, I am very glad that you are investing with a 20-year kind of an investment horizon. That is, of course, logical because your goal is retirement corpus creation. So that's good to hear. I am also glad you mentioned the word buy and forget. Typically, that would suit very well, especially it may or may not work in equity shares because shares might have kind of some of the companies might not have good going for, let's say, next 2 decades. But since mutual fund are managed by a professional fund manager, and also a lot of shares buying, selling, rebalancing also takes place, that's probably a good decision to buy and forget. I would say the 1 lakh rupees lump sum that you have to invest in mid cap, you can probably choose to invest in your own existing scheme of Kotak Emerging Equity. If you want to invest in another scheme, you can invest in Motilal Oswal Mid Cap Fund. I would still suggest every once in a year or once in 2 years, you should look at your portfolio, how the performance of various schemes compared to benchmark and peer group. Another advice that I would like to give you, Varun, is for 8,000 or 8,500 rupees SIP, there is no need of having 5 or 6 or 7 schemes. I would say consolidate all of these into 3, maximum 4 schemes. You can probably have 3 to 4,000 rupees exposure to SBI focused, which is your existing scheme. Excuse me, 2 to 3,000 rupees into Kotak Emerging or Motilal Oswal Mid Cap scheme that I have suggested, and 2,000 rupees into DSP Small Cap. And although you have not asked us about the corpus that will be created, but this 8 or 9,000 rupees of SIP over 20-year period, if 12% is the CAGR of the portfolio, then you'll accumulate about 75 lakh rupees. And with the addition of this 1 lakh, this portfolio might even grow to anywhere between 83 to 85 lakh rupees 20 years from now.
All right, so that's a word coming in. Keep your investments, do a step up of your investments, and also try and review your portfolio once in every 6 months, Varun. That's also a piece of advice for you. But then we'll slip into a short break, but then post that we have more viewers connected with us and waiting to get their life financial planning done. If in case you also want to send across your questions, you can do that. Our WhatsApp number and our email ID that's flashing on the screen.